Hey guys, Stephen Bogren here, Pro Physique. Today, what I want to talk about is training volume. So hey everybody, hope you're all having a great Saturday. That's right, motherfucking Saturday. Honestly, it's Friday, but I'm going to release this tomorrow, so Saturday. But hope you guys are having a great Saturday. Hope everything's going well. I know I got some people competing this weekend, so hopefully everything's going well there. Anyone else that's competing, have a great show. But let's talk about training volume, because that is the fucking hot topic today. Maybe not hot. Maybe it's lukewarm. Maybe we've reheated it. I don't know. Nobody likes fucking leftovers, dude. No, it's like, oh, well, it's easy. You're gonna eat them anyways. Like, I don't have to actually cook. Fucking great. Yeah, just put them in the microwave. But I digress. Training volume, right? Why am I talking about training volume? Well, I ran into a young man at the gym yesterday, and he was doing, I believe it was way too many squats. Okay? He had at least 9 working sets of squats. I said, wow, man, that is a lot. That's a lot. Like, he legit had to leave the gym after an hour and a half about, go eat, and then come back to go do his fucking, 9 to 12 sets of deadlifts afterwards. Craziness. It's absolute craziness, right? Just ridiculous fucking amounts of volume. And percentages weren't really that great either. I was like, whoa, what's going on here? And so I think it's really important to talk about training volume. And so the reason why I think it's important to talk about training volume is because, well, it's fucking important, right? It's important for a few reasons. One, we need to make sure that we're tracking it so that we can continue to progress it over time, right? Whether that's, utilizing intensity, actual volume. We need to be progressing volume over time, right? That's how we get progress in the gym. Progressive overload. It's super basic. We need to do more in the future than we're doing now. And now we should be doing more now than we did in the past. And progressive overload, right? So it needs to be at a high enough intensity to where we're actually going to get, an adaptation from the stimulus. But at the same point, we can very easily do too much. And what happens when we do too much? We don't recover well, we don't get better, we have overtraining, and injury. So, my biggest thing about progressing volume appropriately is the injury risk, okay? That's why I think it's the most important. That being said, there's always some inherent risk of injury. It happens. It's part of the process. And so we can't get away from it, right? There's always going to be some inherent injury risk. Sorry y'all. Hate to be the bearer of bad news. And that's just how it goes. But we definitely want to minimize injury risk as much as possible. We want to make it as safe as possible to have the activities going on and to do the things that we love, right? And so we want to make sure that we're not progressing volume too quickly, or we're making a giant jump in volume by any means. And so one of the big things I think that I see this with is people who are, if you're out there and you're kind of looking for programming and for free templates and stuff like that, that's typically where I see the problem. I see a lot of people that go from, maybe 3 or 4 days a week, and then they get this template, and now they're lifting 6 days a week, they're hitting everything twice, they're doing double the volume they were before. It doesn't put you in a great place to be safe, right? You want to appropriately get volume up over time. So, if you're lifting 3 days a week, and you're finding that maybe you're not getting the same kind of results that you were, maybe lift 4 days a week, right? If you're lifting 4 days a week, and you're having trouble recovering, and maybe your workouts are having to get a little bit too intense, maybe go to 5 days a week, right? Split that volume up so that you can recover a little bit better from it, and that might help you to continue to progress. We want to have simple solutions to these issues, right? We don't want to have to overcomplicate everything. Yes, some things in life are complex. Yes, some things in life are hard. Yes, absolutely 100% I agree, yes. But if we can have a simple solution, it should be a simple solution, right? So when it comes to volume, you absolutely want to make sure that you are progressing it appropriately over time, right? It should not be like bop, 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 or bop, bop, or, that kind of thing, right? Or it shouldn't just be like this either, right? That's not how we get better. That's how we get messed up, or we stay the same and stagnant, okay? So my honest opinion is if you're looking to get stronger and you want to get better, one-on-one coaching. One-on-one coaching from a reputable, good coach that knows what they're doing, it's going to be your best bet. Whatever these templates are, they're not made for you, right? They're not made for you as an individual. They don't have, your specific ideas in mind, right? And let's be real, strength sports, bodybuilding sports, not everybody can recover the same. Drugs, right? Nothing wrong with that. If you want to do performance enhancing drugs, do them. But somebody who is not utilizing performance enhancing drugs is not going to recover or be able to do the same things that someone who is. We have to keep that in mind, guys. Yes, it's prevalent. Yes, it's out there. Is it the worst thing in the world? Probably not. Do I think it's going to end up being in the same kind of like weed in another 10, 15 years? Yeah, probably. But it doesn't matter, right? It's just something to know. So to understand that when you're looking at, A, B, C, or D of your goals, you might not be able to do the same things that they can do. So forget about even drugs. Genetically, everybody responds differently. So yes, do we want to be like this person or that person or this person? Yeah, we have goals. We have people that we idolize and people we want to be like. But that doesn't mean that the same things that got them there will get you there. You're an individual, okay? So other reason I really wanted to talk about training volume is the injury stuff, right? Whew, that's hard. So not only is our training volume going to include what we do in the gym, right? We have to include what we do out of the gym, okay? I do jujitsu. That puts some stress on the body. Yeah, absolutely. It's definitely some calorie expenditure. Yes, it can absolutely, I've had roles where I'm like, oh man, my bicep doesn't feel good after that, It happens. So we have to take that into account too. So not only do we want to pay attention to the things that we're doing in the gym with the weights, and we definitely want to be progressing that, but we want to make sure that we're appropriately handling our nutrition and our recovery around the other activities that we want to do too. Because obviously, I like doing a lot of different things. I like being active. I know that a lot of you do. So we just want to make sure that we take that into account in terms of what's our energy expenditure like, what's our recovery need, do we need to have more de-stressing days or some days off, like planned full rest days. All that stuff matters. So today's talk, volume. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Keep it simple. Remember, volume has to go up over time. You want to keep it in a good place. You don't want to progress it too quickly. And you need to keep everything in mind so that you can recover and keep getting better.